Yes, I believe.
Oh, we're good. Okay. Well, this is the Ocarina of Time panel. It's a panel of people who are going to play Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
But I thought that we should probably just address the list. Each one of us gets to, I think, move something one spot.
Has the ranking been explained at any point?
Has that happened yet? Is this the first time it's being done? Probably.
Definitely between like a panel live on stream.
Okay,
so
so
far.
the premise of the ranking is this is our ranking from, I think, previous years.
Yeah.
And throughout the week, we're going to be having panels of people, usually connected to a specific game, but everybody who participates gets to move a game on the list up or down one spot to their liking. And then I believe there's also donation incentives, right?
Yeah. I think $20.
So if you donate $20 at home, at least $20 you can move one. Or if you want to donate more to move a game significantly, I think you're allowed to do that too. So does anyone have strong opinions about any game right now being in the wrong spot? You like the Ocarina of Time's at number 1.
Yeah.
Can I move it up to the 0th spot?
Just to give it an extra one. You can wait till we go in case someone else moves it down, and then you can move it back up.
I'll do that.
Okay, he's passing. I mean, it's honestly, it's pretty respectable top 10. It's all the big games. Like no one's gonna get mad about any of those, right?
I'm gonna move Skyward Sword up 1 over Link's Awakening.
Okay, we got our first move, I think, of the marathon. First blood has been drawn. I don't know if they're altering this right now, but
Well, and I think with I really enjoy Skyward Sword. I think it's got great dungeons, and overall, I don't think Link's Awakening, especially the 2019 version, is better than it. I think that I don't really enjoy the traversal that much between the dungeons, and I don't think they added that much to the original game when they made the HD version. But I'm a Skyward Sword fan, so
I'd say the original game was already great. It didn't need much added to it. The traversal between the dungeons is cool, I think. I like how the world opens up in that progressively. So, but I guess we have to accept it. So, whoever's behind the controls.
Can we move Skyward Sword up one spot?
Okay, they're
All right,
working
they're
on
working
it.
on it.
that was my other one would have been, which I'm not gonna do, but I would have moved Age of Calamity down because.
Is it overhyped a little bit?
Yeah, I think part of that is the newness of it, but I think there's legitimately pretty good Zelda games that are below it right now.
Yeah.
Well, this list is based off of the 2020 rankings, or not 20. Yeah, the best Zelda ever.
The staff, right.
Right. Yeah, and Age of Calamity wasn't on that list.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't?
So
Okay.
we added it to it, and I think Locke just put it in the middle.
Okay.
Wow, that's a very strong
Yeah.
start for it.
It's a
I
power
feel like
play.
it should have to work its way up.
So, personally, I don't think that there's anything like totally egregious so far.
Okay.
I think we'd have to get pretty far into the marathon for something really egregious to show up and people to really like donate for that to happen. Like somebody who really pushes like Phantom Hourglass or Adventure of Link or something like really high up into the list where
I think that did happen
it
previously,
shouldn't
too.
actually be like last year. So until that happens, I don't really need to veto something down the list to where I don't want it to be. So I'll probably just move Age of Calamity down 1. Because
Okay.
we just put that in the middle of the list and it doesn't deserve to be in the middle of the list. So kind of to what Sean was saying. We put that in the middle of the list just as a starting point, and so I'm just going to casually move that down 1 so that it starts its downward trend.
I actually think I agree with that sentiment. I might also move it down 1. Because all the games below it are games I personally really like, too. So
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, I think, are for sure. But
We both moved Age of Calamity down one.
It's going down 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Skyward Sword is going up one.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about Ocarina of Time then.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna do it. Anyway.
So you get a free move.
Free space.
I'm split between either moving Age of Calamity down another one,
Yes.
or moving Four Swords Adventures up one.
Okay.
Or another way to put it, moving Hyrule Warriors down one.
Oh, okay. This is really just like, let's get the Hyrule Warriors games down.
Yeah, this is supposed to be about Zelda games.
I actually prefer Hyrule Warriors.
I'd be more into the sentiment of moving Hyrule Warriors down one than moving or Four Swords Adventures up one.
I mean, it's kind of both.
Yeah,
You know,
this-
Four
yeah.
Swords Adventures gets slept on.
does.
And it's not
That's
it's
fair.
not it's not the best Zelda game, but I feel like it doesn't get the love that it deserves.
So is that the one you're gonna go with then?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Swapping Hyrule Warriors and Four Swords Adventures.
Okay. I feel like most of our picks right here were not. It's like not as emotional. It's a little bit more cold. Like, yeah, just move those down, because we haven't gotten to the point of the week yet where there's like blood feuds about
Right.
parts of the list. But
Yeah, we need to get a little bit more into the marathon for that to happen.
well, we had the burden of drawing first blood, I guess. So
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if there's a lot of donations coming in, that change it a lot.
yeah, true. I saw Thortog donated $20, so I'm sure that'll be towards something. Yeah. Okay. Well, they'll get that
They'll
adjusted.
get moved at some point. I think you need to refresh the OBS browser source. But
Computer talk.
aside from that,
We can just talk about.
are we going to talk about
Time
Ocarina
then.
of Time? Yeah.
So, well, my first question is for everyone: are you going to get the Lens of Truth?
No.
Oh no.
I've never not gotten the Lens of Truth.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the Lens of Truth because
I'm getting it.
if
Yeah.
you look up the video, it looks really complicated.
Do you think it's complicated to skip?
It's actually a lot easier than it looks like. It just needs a little bit of practice for you to get the feel of where the boundaries are.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much prep have you put into the game?
I have not played the game since last marathon,
Oh, okay. So,
but I am watching the last marathon and sort of making some notes.
Oh, yeah.
At key points, because I always lose my notes that I make before, and I think that I'm gonna try to practice the Gerudo Desert without the Lens of Truth.
Oh.
Because that's worth practicing, I think.
yeah, that's pretty key movement. No.
'Cause I don't want to not get the Lens of Truth and then find
be
myself in the
stuck.
desert and then keep getting sent back to the start of it
Yeah.
over and over again, because I could lose a lot of time there.
You always have a pretty solid run. Like, I think there was that one year where you were like super far ahead, so they thought, let's throw something on you, but then it actually hurt you too much.
Solid. I keep getting like messed up at certain specific points. Like I can't remember if it was last year or 2019 where I died at the Iron Knuckles at the
Oh.
end. And yeah, I think it was, yeah, and Justine like pulled ahead of me. It was a pretty neck and neck race, and I kind of fell apart right at the end.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens, but if nothing goes wrong, I think I can get sub 5.
Wow.
Sub 5?
If
Oh,
I play
Ooh.
perfectly, I can get sub
Andrew's the one to watch,
Wow.
I think, because I don't think I'm going to approach 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Me
just
neither.
based off of the last time that I practiced before last year. I got like 504 or something, just over
Hot
it.
fire.
And there were a few mess ups that, but I might also just get 525 or something and just
I feel
completely
like that's
mess
where
up.
I'll be close to. So, how much prep have you guys done?
I played through it once since the last marathon.
Okay.
I mean, I used to be a lot better at the game. I think my actual best time was like 5:16 or something. The last marathons were kind of rough because I didn't.
You were told not to practice.
Well,
for a
yeah,
while.
like I didn't actually practice before playing the games, so I didn't like remember a lot of them going into actual marathon playing, so they were kind of rough. So I played a little bit of it before this year, so hopefully it goes a little bit better this time, but it'll probably still be in like that 525 range this time around.
You put a
I
fair amount.
practiced twice with it. I'm hoping to get around like 530, 525.
You know what this feels like? This feels like in the dog racing mini game in Majora's Mask, where you can talk to the dogs and like gauge who's
how
gonna
confident
win.
are you? Yeah.
I'm fighting for my family. There's no way I'll lose.
Yeah.
But you got 525.
Yeah, that was my.
Okay.
But that was pretty ideal. So we'll see.
I didn't really
How are you
time.
feeling?
Well, I've played it casually over the past year, and then this past week I played it in 2 sittings, like as fast as I could, and I felt like I didn't like time it, but I was like, oh, that was like about this long, and then I looked at a previous year, and I'm like, I'm about where I was then, and then I played the next half, and I was like, oh yeah, I did about then, but that was from, not a lot of information. So, or, not remembering things. So I think this time around I might do better than like what I've done previously, but not by much.
Do you have like a problem area?
Not really. No. There's a couple goofs I had that I just had because it was like practice mode and I was like not fully paying attention. So I like forgot to get the Ocarina of Time. Because they throw,
The
Wow.
titular item.
yeah, and then I forgot, like you have to get a key in the water temple.
I did that
Yeah,
too.
that's
third
the
key.
reason people think the water temple's so hard is because it's so easy to forget one of the
One of the
20
many keys. Yeah,
Because you need 3 keys, I think, to get to Dark Link,
yeah.
and I always forget.
Yeah, because if you forget one, then you're like, oh no.
Because
Which one of the many crevices in this dungeon has the key that I'm missing at the end of it? And then you look down one and oh no, I already
Like,
got
oh,
that
I
one.
skipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dungeon actually has kind of like a pattern that's easy to remember, like of just like changing the water level, going back to that one room you meet Rudo
if
in.
you know
Yeah.
the order, the sequence.
But there's like other little keys peppered in there that I'm like, oh yeah, wait, was that one like to the west or the east of the main room? I don't remember.
There's a lot of keys in that dungeon.
I always forget the one where you have to move the block. And
Yes.
then you have to go to the next floor and you shoot the bow and arrow to open up the door.
That's the one I
forgot.
forgot in this
Yeah.
practice, and then I went to the path after that where you go up to the boss key, and then I didn't have that key, and I was like, I actually knew there was that, and then the path to the boss key are like the next 2 things that open up to you when you come back with the long shot, and I was like, which one is the one you go to first? And that's the only like a little mistake, but it added a lot of time, so I'm gonna not do that hopefully, and I hopefully remember to get the Ocarina of Time. So I'm getting the
It's an
lens of
important
truth. So.
one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's not like the Keaton mask.
Yeah, although you can only go so far without it, so you just go in the temple and you're like, Temple of Time, and you try to
Yes,
play
yeah.
a song
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can't do
It just is like really frustrating if you forget that. What it is because like I said, it's practice mode, but it's like I'm not I'm not paying attention to the cutscenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy
You
to
just
once
pick
that
it through.
cutscene's done to just go into the
Yeah.
market and forget to pick it up on your way there.
It's less likely to happen in this because I'll be like focused more. But when I was practicing, I'm like, okay, like Ganondorf's here, so I like look at my phone or something like while I just go like that on the buttons. That happens a lot in like doing the Twilight Princess because you can skip the cutscenes. And then when I don't even see it, I like they drop you back into the game, and I'm like, wait, so what am I doing now? There's like some really long ones where like a lot of things change, and then
Yeah, you skip it in your completely different area.
yeah, like I don't even remember what part of the game I'm in anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I think I should do a decent amount. I noticed while I was talking that Skyward Sword has gone up too, so that must have been one of the donations.
Probably.
Do you think?
I think it's better than Minish Cap.
Okay,
Skyward Sword?
sure. Do you think it'll have a better showing this year because of like the recent release?
Skyward Sword?
Yeah, I think a lot of people
Get
like,
a boost from
That seems
popularity.
plausible.
Yeah.
some recency bias
That's,
maybe, or like
that's-
people just getting excited about
If
playing
it goes
it.
any higher, though, you have to. we have to do some damage control.
I think it should be
'Cause
capped where it is.
top
I'm
7
sure
is
Locke would
really
disagree,
sacred.
but
Well, I think that's all for our time. So,
what's up next?
what is
Faces
Faces
of
of
Evil.
Evil? A prime time for such a prime Legend of Zelda game. All right. Well, good luck in our race tonight, guys.
You as well.